Hey, how's it going, guys? So, since last time, I haven't done a whole lot. I have just kind of restructured some things. I moved the bronze boiler back over here. I kind of just put the saw down so I can use it in a minute. I don't remember if I did this last time, but I put the other Invar boiler that I made here. I put some hoppers down, and I also got some pistons set up just so that I can, turn these on and off as I need to. What I'm going to set up in a minute is just a very simple barrel here. I'm going to fill it up with charcoal pellets, and then I'm going to take the charcoal out of these and then use that instead. But other than that, I haven't done too much. I've kind of just done some metalworking off camera just so that I can, avoid kind of the more boring parts of it. I had to get, like 50-something steel to get the steel steam turbine that I need for the, what is it called? For the silicon boules, and to do other cutting in the future. I'll be able to use that for a couple different things. I also got enough stuff for the roasting oven. That way I can kind of process some other things like cobaltite or pentlandite into their, elemental form. So I'll be able to get nickel and cobalt out of those. And I'll use cobalt for a tier 3 wrench and a tier 3 pickaxe, because it's like I guess one of the easiest ways to get one of those. Like the other, I want to say the incorrect thing here, but I feel like zirconium might be, yeah, zirconium is tier 3 as well. It's got the same stats as steel, but it just has a tier 3 quality. So that's definitely another option. You can get that from sifting, I want to say from, cassiterite. And I think the way you get zirconium is just by throwing zircon, into a crucible. You don't get a whole lot, but I think if you just sift... Do I have any cassiterite here? Maybe not. Yeah, I think you get a decent amount if you just sift... I don't know, is it refined cassiterite that you can get it from? No, I think you can only get it from washed, purified cassiterite, rather. Yeah, here we go. So you'll guarantee that you'll get at least one cassiterite. Actually, you only can get one if you sift it, and then you can get some, zircon as your other byproducts. You can get a decent amount of it, so, that'll get you your tier 3 tool there. But I prefer to just use cobalt. It tends to be a little bit more available, and, it's not overly difficult to get. It's usually in the same veins as pentlandite, and it doesn't really require much more processing. I think it's the same amount. If you have cobaltite and pentlandite, they're kind of the same processing chain, so that'll be good. I'm just waiting to get some more creosote oil to fire my burning box, because I want to make some, what do you call them? I want to make some more barrels. I need one for the ashes out of that, and I need one for the charcoal pellets. And I had the burning box turn off literally at 1 degree before this iron melted. So that was pretty fun. I had to go and chop some trees down, but I started planting a lot more willow trees out there just so I could, have a higher gain when I go back out there. And another thing that I did, which I'll show in a minute after I get the saw going, is I set up, instead of having the infinite water source down there that is used for purifying the water, getting me distilled water, I will use the seawater from out there. So I just moved the big pipe out into the ocean, basically, or I guess the little delta that I have. And then I'm going to run a small treated fluid pipe chain up here. Let me just do that. Let me get these so I can make some more barrels. But yeah, so I'm going to just take the seawater instead. That way I can start getting salt for later on, and that'll be used for some of the acid processes. I can't remember specifically what processes, but I think specifically aluminum maybe it's used for, and I can't remember what else. It might be used for, tungsten, or maybe, titanium. I can't remember exactly, but it's one of those. Oh yeah, I have the recipe for a lathe here set up. That way I can stop wasting material on screws. You get basically 1 screw per bolt instead of half a screw, I guess, per bolt, or 2 bolts for 1 screw. It's definitely better to do it that way. You also get a little bit of excess on the side for that as well, so it's much more efficient in terms of resources, and it doesn't really matter too much, in the beginning when you're not really working with them too much, but, as you go on, you need more screws, it definitely adds up, and you'll save yourself a lot of resources doing it that way. I think, what is the lathe? Oh, screwdriver, I see. So yeah, basically I'm gonna run the saw, and then I'll just switch. Actually, I can just switch the centrifuge out right now, because the lathe takes from the bottom, so it'll be the same. All I did was move the Invar pipe to that side. Where's the lathe? There it is. So put that there instead, and then once this is done, I will just switch it up. And I have some steel screws, and I have some, I have some steel bolts, iron bolts, and bronze bolts that I'm going to process. I think that's all I really need. I don't really need too many other things at the moment. Actually, let me put these sticks out there because I don't need this in my inventory. I also clean up some trees. What I'm going to do is move this field like out here probably. I'm trying not to, like level the terrain too much. I want to kind of preserve the natural part of it, and I might lay out some like sideways logs just to kind of bring back some of that texturing to the environment, because I like the way it looks. I think Greg's natural generation is pretty good, but yeah, I had to move some of it just to kind of like plan things out. So that's there. I think I'm good to start up everything. I want to cut this stack of spruce logs. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna need some water, so I might make a drain really quick. I think I can afford that, yep. I'll just do a cheap and dirty drain. Although I could probably do, how much does it cost to saw one of these? 12 liters of water. I bet I could just do a barrel. That's fine. I'll just do a drain, because I'll end up using it at another point anyway. So I can let me take this and a saw and a hammer, or is it the other way? Huh? Am I stupid? Let me see how you get one of these. Oh, you need two. Whoops. Let me get another log here. Here we go. There we go. Take that here, and then where'd it go? There it is. Other way around. Yep. Yeah. Oh, I also replaced the wood barrel here with just a bronze one, a bronze drum rather. That way, it's a little bit nicer looking. And actually, what I can do is switch this to here. Really? How did that fall through? Okay. Can do that, and then that, and I think if I just put that here, yep, that's perfect. And then I can put this there just to make it a little cleaner looking. I know it's not the best. I could probably put covers on this at some point, just use paper or something, but for right now it's fine. I'm not too concerned about it. That way I can just kind of backlog a little bit more creosote oil, because the other one obviously only holds 16 buckets and that one holds 64 buckets. So I have a huge treated fluid pipe. I need a bucket or a couple buckets of water. I know just where I can get that actually. Give me 2 buckets. There we go. And actually, let me get a bunch of glass covers here. I'm just going to make this really dirty. And then I'll clean it up after. Eventually I'll have, a proper thing set up. Like I guess a wood processing thing, but oh wait, I can do this one more time. Glass cover, there we go. I was gonna say, I hope I don't have any in my inventory, because that would have been stupid, but no, we're good. I think I should be able to pump in water from the top. Let's see. Our buzz saw. Fluids in bottom, yeah, top, okay. That's all good. That should auto align to it, perfect. And then let me get some scaffolds out and just, hello? Oh, they don't, that's stupid. They don't like to place on slabs for whatever reason. That's some IC2 problem. Let me put this here, and then I can do this, and I'll sort of, actually, I won't do it that way. I'll do it this way. I'm just going to make an infinite water source above this and then, you know, cover it up that way. It's certainly not the cleanest thing in the world, but you know what? That's all right. Trying to position these correctly can be a little finicky. I think this should be fine. There we go, not too bad. And then let's see if this actually works. It certainly does, and it should fill the sawmill. Yep. All right. Let me go and actually, before I do that, let me go make the barrels that I wanted. And that way I can run these on a little bit of a safer fuel at least. Right, I need some chests. 1, 2, 3. Actually, I could have been making these out of like barrels from at Futurum, like the ones that are, I guess, like a backport of the vanilla Minecraft ones, but the material savings isn't that crazy. There we go. So I will put one down here. Actually, I want to make a hopper as well for that. So I need a chest, and then I need retake. Actually, I'll leave that there because that's sort of holding that. There we go. I'll just kind of replicate that same setup. Why am I stupid? I should have made the hopper when I was here. There we go. That. I could be making Greg steel hoppers, but for this kind of use case where it doesn't really matter too much, I'm not overly concerned. Put that here. And then we dig out here and just do that. And then I can cover it on each side. Maybe put the dust, there we go, or the ashes rather. And then I can cover it like that. Not like that, like that. This way the ashes will just go straight in. And this one I can keep running on charcoal because it's going to be outputting. I also put a barrel here to catch the salt as it comes out from the salt water, so that'll be all good. What else am I wanting to do? Oh, I need to put one there. Oh, and something else I made is a monkey wrench. I think it's actually in my inventory, so we're good. Let me get a bunch of charcoal and just fill that barrel up with charcoal pellets. So what barrels can actually do is if you hit them with a monkey wrench, or just right click them with a monkey wrench, they will automatically output to the inventory below. And I believe that should work with these Angmelon item pipes. I didn't actually test, but I could right now if I put some things away, or empty hand. All right, so if I put charcoal pellets here, they should end up in one of these. Yep, perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. Let me sleep down here. Yeah, eventually I'm gonna finish this and make it sort of like a, I guess I'll make the walls and the floor out of, I guess, like vanilla Minecraft concrete. I'll make it with like gray concrete because it's easy enough to get. Or I can make seafoam, I guess, from GregTech or IC2. Or once I start producing oil, I can make it out of, what's it called? Asphalt. It might look pretty good, but I think concrete will look fine. It's kind of like a solid texture. Or is it GRAY? Concrete? Yeah, this kind of concrete. Or even the dark one I think would look good, but I think the light one might provide a nicer contrast between the ceiling and like the stairs and stuff. So I think that's what I'm going to do. The other option is the asphalt, which can be any color as well. But it's kind of like too, I don't know, it looks too much like gravel to me. So that's why I'm not really too keen on doing it that way. But let me put some things away. This way I can fill my inventory with these charcoal pellets and then dump them all in there. Actually, I should be able to do it like this, right? Oh yeah, absolutely. That's not too bad at all. Just completely fill it up like that. Yep. that is filling up just fine. Yeah, I prefer running it off this. That way, it's a little safer. Oh, what am I doing? It's a little safer to run. You know, I can turn it off quicker. Otherwise, if I had run it on, you know, like regular charcoal or charcoal bricks, it would have been, or even charcoal blocks, it would have been, you know, it has to burn through its entire current fuel before I can turn off. This way, it's like the current fuel will be like really quick, and it doesn't even matter. The only downside of running it off these normally is that it produces like a lot of, you know, little ashes, but because I have the hoppers down there, it's not going to matter. So this setup will be just fine for me. And now what I can do is just cover it with glass, and if I need to come and put more in there, I'll just break this and then fill it up and then put it back. Eventually I'll turn that into a mass storage made out of steel or maybe bronze or something. That way I can just, you know, not worry about it burning, and I can leave it off, and then I'll do the same thing for this one. But for now, this is completely fine, and I am ready to light it up. Actually, let me just double check that there's distilled water in here. Yep. I didn't really change anything about this pipe system. I was just, you know, being careful. There we go. Come on. There we go. Perfect. So yeah, let this warm up, and then we will get this stuff cutting. This will output on the right, if I'm not mistaken. So I might need to put a chest or a barrel. Or why am I looking at the recipe? Items out, right? Yep. What I could just do is steal this chest here. Just for now, and then, you know, I'll relocate this to its own spot eventually. I'm probably going to, now that I'm thinking about it, I'll probably move this, like, field to, like, here, or maybe I'll put it on that side, like, over there, and then I'll pull this wall out and, like, extend it this way, and that way I can kind of have, like, the wood set up closer to this side. Or what I can do, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know, I'll have to decide. I really like doing, like, the 3x3 chunk thing, but I could also set up like a forestry tree farm in its own chunk, I don't know, like over there or even over here, and have like the buzzsaw and everything kind of working with it. I'll have to see. I'm not decided on it yet, but that should be fine. And I think this double Invar should be able to run this fine. It's 64 steam out, and what does that do on a turbine? 48 is 16. I see. Okay. Should be good. Yeah, that'll be more than enough. That should, yeah, cutting wood doesn't take that much. So yeah, that will take a little while. While I'm waiting for that, what I can do is make the steel steam turbine. Oh, actually, no, I can't. You know why? Because I don't have the bolts. But that's okay. I can sort of get things prepared for it. I need, because I need fans for that. For this, and that requires bolts. Yeah, so I need 16 plates. So 2 there, and then I will curve these. There's a bit of a better recipe actually for making rotors, or I could just call them fans, but there's a welding machine one that only takes the curve plate and the ring, but it's really not that big of a difference in price, and like the welding machine is, you know, it's ways off. It requires electricity, and also you have to convert the electricity into laser units, which is like a multi-step conversion, so I'm fine doing it this way. It's really not that expensive. Where is my hammer? It's in my backpack, probably. It certainly is, so... Alright. Let me do this, and I think... What is the... Hammer, file, and screwdriver. Okay. Screwdriver, file, hammer. Perfect. There we go. My wood is being processed very slowly. I'm almost tempted to go and chop down another tree just to get like a big backlog of wood. I think I'm going to do that now. I'll leave this tree sort of part of the thing there, but I'll cut this one. I can't have that there, I don't think. Or, there we go. Let me make sure there's no mob spawns around this area. Nope, we're good. Alright, cut this tree. This is going to be one hell of a tree cut here. Yeah, one thing actually, I don't know if I ever mentioned, but what you can do at some point is you know, either a chainsaw or if you are just using an axe, you can magnetize the axe head, and it works with pickaxes too. If you turn it into magnetic steel, basically, all it costs is like electricity. There's no additional material cost or anything. All the materials that you cut down, except for like the saplings and maybe twigs, but like the wood itself will just be instantly put into your inventory. And it works the same with pickaxes. Like anything you mine with the pickaxe will automatically be put into your inventory. It's pretty nice. I definitely enjoy having that luxury once I get to it. Yeah, I'll put more of this in here, just that way I can get through it all. I can just steal this chest from over here because I don't need it actually. Stick this. There we go. That should automatically suck the wood. Just want to make sure before I let it go off on its own. Yep, we're good. These are doing just fine. Yep. You love to see it. Actually, I'm curious how much this is using. Probably not a whole lot. These are really, really nice and efficient. It's fine. And I already did the math. I don't know if I did it in the last video or anything, but I need 6 Invar boilers set up to run the steel turbine to cut the silicon boules. So that's what I'm going to be aiming for. I already processed a bunch of nickel. Where is it? It's here. So this, I think, should be plenty because I need 4 more setups, which is 40 for the boilers and 24 for the burning boxes. So that's, what is that, 64? And then, actually, no, that's not enough. It might just be a little bit off. But I have enough pentland, so when I set up the roaster, I will be able to process that. And actually, I can probably make the roaster now while I'm waiting. Where is the roaster? There. Oh, actually, I can get the lathe out of here too. Roaster is just a regular steel machine casing. All right, let me clear this nonsense out of here just for now. Why do I have this here? I'll get rid of that out of there, just so there's more room. Oh. Whoops. Don't need to do that. Leave that in there. What is this? Oh. What was I going to do? Oh, the roaster. So the steel regular one needs... Do I have long rods for steel? I actually do. What do you know? And I need steel plates. And then wrench. And that's just a regular steel machine casing. And then I think these require... Okay, so I'm going to need 9 steel plates, which I don't think I actually have. And I don't have any, like, random steel lying around. Oh well. I can process some steel while I'm waiting. Make sure this is all fueled up, and then I can light it, and then work with some steel. Come on, there we go. I really love doing it with the bronze boiler and the Invar engine. It's like, it's all done in one kind of like blocks space there. You don't have to have any extra stuff or anything like that. It's really nice. I mean, you could certainly do it with the bronze engine as well, but this is a little more efficient for the same space, so. Actually, let me see how much creosote I have. Not a huge amount. I really don't even need that much steel, but I guess I could process a lot of it while I'm still here. We do that, and then get the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then let me move this stuff around my inventory a little bit. I don't need this sandstone. That should be good. Let me move that here, and then I'll put this stuff like in its own area, and then I'll preemptively fill this with what I need. Make sure that's good. Really? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Huh? Why are you doing this? Cooperate. There we go. Yeah, that's all good. Let me sleep. So I just need a bunch of steel plates, basically. I don't need anything too crazy. I have plenty of distilled water. There's no urgency there. We are working through our wood here. You get a decent amount more out of doing it with the saw, and you don't have to use any durability for it, which is nice. Where is this saw? There we go. Yeah, you get 6 out of 1. And I think actually if you ran it through a debarker first, you would get even more. Yeah, you get 7. If you strip it first, which is running it through the debarker. You can't. How come I can't look at the recipe for that? Recipe. Laminator. No. Where's a debarker? It's another GregTech machine. You can usually just like set them up in like right next to each other because I think they go through like the same sides, like input output. Yeah, it'll give you a beam and a little bit of bark, so you get like some free fuel out of it, kind of. It's not too shabby. This is all working just fine. Oh yeah, this isn't even using anything at all. That's really nice. This is starting to heat up, so I can come here and get my steel going. Where is my pincers? There we go. All right. I'll do like 2 or 3 runs. I'm not in dire straits for steel at the moment. I kind of just need it for the roasting oven. I'm going to need to process some iron for all that invar, but I should have plenty with the amount of black sand that I have, so that's not an issue. Actually, I can move this and just put it over here for now. There we go. Yeah, I'm certainly heavily considering replacing this with like a dense invar burning box that runs off of charcoal pellets. Yeah, I already expressed my displeasure of running this on creosote oil. It's not terrible, but you know, it's a bit annoying. But at the same time, I guess I do need a fair amount of charcoal for what my plans are, so it might be worth doing it this way. I think after I do the, I guess the storage stuff with red power, I'm going to maybe look into a little tree farm with forestry, because they're really easy to run, and I could get like a decently automated setup with kind of like the tech level that I'm at now, if you want to call it like that. Come on. There we go. All right, give me plates. All right, there's that, and then 14, 6, perfect. Yeah, I want to do a tree farm, and I also want to do like an automated refinery for hematite, probably. That way I can actually use hematite veins instead of having to go and look for black sand. Although I could automate the black sand into iron process pretty easily, and then I can do a steel one right after it. It's just finding and like digging up black sand is a little more annoying than doing hematite. I guess you have to, it's a bit of a trade-off between like how easy hematite is to get versus like how much you get out of it, whereas black sand, it takes a little more to go and like get it and you know, dig all of it out versus how much you get out of it, because you get way more out of black sand, but you know, it's not that big of a deal, I guess. Come on. I wish there was a way to cool this down faster, or to not cool it down, but I guess make this one engine go a little bit faster, but it's fine. I don't really want to run a dense setup for this just at the moment. Because eventually I'm just going to do it automated, and then, you know, the time won't be a big factor for it. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Let me throw in 14. Nope, maybe not. 14, and then 6. Perfect. All right. This should be pretty good on fuel as well. How good is this? Not bad. That is still well on its way. No problems there. get some of this prepared for the future. Whoops, made a little too much, but that's all right. Yeah, this will be plenty of steel for now, because I'm not really going to be using it for... Oh, I might need it for pipes, but other than that, not really. Almost there. There we go. And then while this is going, I can process what I have here, because this is enough. Alright. And then I can do 1, 2, 3, and then bending cylinder, hammer, wrench. And then like that, and it needs bricks, I think, on the bottom, which I should have over here, because I didn't use all of them. Yep. Oh wait, does that need a dense copper plate? Oh no, it's just a double. I think I have that in my pocket, probably, or my backpack. Roasting oven, and then I'll need to make an Invar burning box, but that is good. I can run on an Invar, right? Yeah. Well, hold on, I need to double check. Pent and diet. I don't think it needs any like crazy amount of heat, yeah. And then, oh, actually, I could just check the recipes for this. I think this is all 16, yeah, so Invar will be fine. Not too bad. I'll just make one now. Oh, you know what I need to do is turn this off. There we go. I need 1, 2, 3, and do this like that. And where is the wrench? There we go. Solid Invar. No need for liquid fuel for that. And I can just run this off of pellets as well. There's not too much going on with it. So let me just double check where the items out is right, fluids out is top. Okay, that's not bad. Oh, and where can I put in fluids in left, items in left, back? Oh, I'll put it like this, and then set this up. This is just a temporary setup. I'm not going to keep it that way. But yeah, I'm just going to do this to kind of like get some of my stuff out. Oh, you know what? Oh, I don't... No, I think someone told me that barrels actually don't burn, so I might abuse that a little bit. Let me do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then saw them that way. And then I'll make a bunch of barrels now that I have a bunch of wood coming through. Still working through that, but it's coming. Maybe I can process a little bit of Invar and then throw another boiler down there just to get that working too. Oh, and I can get the seawater going. That's a good call on that. There we go. Do 1, 2, 3, 4 like this. Hopefully these don't burn. If they do, then I will feel betrayed. That's in, that's out. And then I need tank on top to catch the sulfur dioxide, which is just a gas. It's not an acid. What comes in here? Oh, I need a grate, which I may not have at this very second. You know what I'm going to do is use this last Invar plate, make a pipe, and then quickly turn the lathe on instead of the thing, because I need bolts like more urgently than I need wood. There's enough wood coming through at this point. What do I need there? Oh, a hammer. Other way. There we go. And I need to make sure I have my thing here. So what I can do is this. That really did not stop that, did it? Oh, it just sucked up some of the steam. So what I can do really quick is do this, 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 and then that should work, yep. There shouldn't be any problems down here. Nah. Yep, and that's spitting out a bunch of shit there, which is fine. Where's my steel ones? There we go. And then I can just reverse what I did. Perfect. And then do this, do that, and then do that. This way, there's no potential for water to end up in the pipes. You always disconnect I mean, if it's running, especially, definitely disconnect the pipes first and then turn the machine. Don't do it the other way around because it has a potential for like water to backlog in the pipe, which is, it shouldn't happen if there's steam like in the pipe, but just to be safe, you don't want to end up with a boiler accident. And you know, you can always double check with a magnifying glass to see what's in the pipe system. It's all steam there, and the water system should all be water. Yep. It's always worth double checking. But yeah, now I actually have screws to work with, so I can make all those fans that I need, which is going to be real nice. Keep that in my inventory, actually. And you also, I think you can see I got some iron dust out of the iron ones. You get like one little pile for every for every screw, and you get like the one screw out of the one bolt. So it's, you actually get a little bit more than one out of one. So it's pretty nice. So let me take this. I'm just trying to not clog my inventory if I can help it. I'll do something with these eventually. I just need to like set the system up properly. And you know what? I need to fix the texture of these screws. That's alright. I'll do it some other time. So I'll put the steel there because I actually, and I'll put the iron there as well because I actually use those a fair amount. But the bronze, I think I may even have some in here. Oh, maybe not. So first, I'm going to do the steel rotors, and then I'll just do the iron ones. Although, I should have enough iron rings. I only need one iron one, actually. Oh, shit. You know what I did? I used up all the plates that I needed for the iron one, so I'll make some more iron really quick. Or, wait, did I? I need curved iron plates. Did I make those? It's probably not. I was just making sure that the buzzsaw was actually running. Yeah, no, you're not. That's okay. I can... What is in here? Steel. Huh? Am I dumb? Did I, like, not pour out the steel that I made? Okay. What did I throw in there? I have no idea. I might have just made steel and then not poured it. It's certainly possible, but it's really dumb that I did that. I don't know why. I'll have to go back and look at exactly what just happened. I guess I made some, I just didn't pour it. Oh well, I'll just do this first because it's already here, and then I can throw the iron ones in after. It should be like this, I think. This, or is it a hammer? It's a hammer. And then I can do 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, and that. And what else does it need? Wrench, robust, or wait, what goes in the middle? Oh, I need a rod. A rod goes in the middle, and then the wrench goes there. And we have a steel steam turbine. So now I just need the boilers for the other ones. Put these away. I just need one of these actually. Put the steel plates away for now. And I will need to make some iron. So I will do it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. Hopefully the burning box doesn't turn off on me. Alright. Come on, there we go. Oh, I don't know if I have enough for the air vent as well. I might need to make one of these. If I have one plate, I might actually need to make multiple recipes worth. If I have one plate, I need 3 more plates. I think I have everything else. I have the screw. Yeah, I need 3 plates, and so yeah, I'll have to make another recipe's worth, so that's fine. I'll just get a bunch of, yeah, I need to get a bunch of rods, so I'll get those first. And then I'll do the plates. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then 1, 2. I need more though. So 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What the hell? I'm gonna have to change this. Actually, what I realized is I could put the thermometer on that back side actually. I just need to use, I need to use a monkey wrench to point it down to like direct it which place I want to like read the heat from. I just forgot that there was a thing. I was like, oh, this isn't possible actually. It actually is. So there's 8 of these, and I have the iron plates. Actually, this is, oh no, I need one more iron plate, so that's fine. Please do not turn off on me. I will be very sad if this does. That's still going along over there. Should be working through that second stack at this point. Almost there. Come on, there we go. Alright, perfect. So I need to curve 4 of these. Let me grab this, put these here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then it's going to be the same thing. I'm going to need to make a fan, or whatever it's called, a rotor, screwdriver, and then hammer on top. Perfect. And then, oh no, the rods are in my inventory. Oops. So it's like that. And then this gives me the air that I need. So this is how you give air to the roasting oven for these recipes. Perfect. That should, hopefully that should work. I mean, if it doesn't, I'll change it, but that's how I seem to remember it working. That's all I could say. Cobaltite. I think I can just, yeah. And then I'll roast it. Perfect. Yeah, let me grab this. I think I may have other cobaltite. I should have processed it before, but I guess I didn't. Oh, you know what? It's... I thought I did. Thought I processed a bunch of it. Let me smash this on here. That way I can run it through the roasting oven. And then I will grab, like, some amount of charcoal and then turn it into pellets. I don't want like a huge amount. It'll be like that. Perfect. So I'll do this. Oh yeah, there's air in there now. So there's cobaltite there. You know what, I think the cobaltite might be here. Yep. I can smash this. I could save it until I have a shredder. How much does this give you? It doesn't give you a lot of cobalt. I'll do like 10 of this for now and then see how much that gets me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And if I have to, I'll do the rest of it. I just want to get enough for like 4 cobalt. That way I can make it into plates and then get a wrench. Oh, and I also need 3 cobalt for a pickaxe. That way I can stop using granite for tier 3. It's not a huge priority of mine, but it's on my mind at least. So this will take a second. It'll basically just process all these things and put them over here, and then it will give me sulfur on the side. So if I just looked at like cobaltite, not that, this roaster. So this gives you sulfur dioxide, which is the first part of the sulfur chain, and then you can mix that, I think, with just water maybe? Oh no, you need, sorry, not water. It's air and either platinum, or you can use, there's another catalyst that gets, you can use, yeah, vanadium pentoxide. I think this might be easier to get. I think you just need to like wash black sand or something, or centrifuge it. And then you just put air again, same kind of thing. You just use a mixer instead. You put a vent on it, it'll give you the air, and then you get sulfur trioxide, and then you just mix that with water, and then you get sulfuric acid. So that is not overly complicated. It's not difficult. And you can then use that sulfuric acid rather for batteries. That'll get you pretty much where you need to be for the electric tools, which is what I'm going to be doing with it. And also you need sulfuric acid for acid processing. You need it for hydrochloric acid, and you just need it for like the aluminum chain, the tungsten chain, and the, what do you call it? aluminum, tungsten, and titanium. You need it for all three of them, either in its own form or in a different acidic form. But yeah, it's definitely useful in general. The sulfur dioxide that comes out of this part is not an acid, so you can store it in bronze drums, and I would recommend you use bronze for anything like that. But once you start mixing it, I think it does become acidic. Sulfur trioxide. Oh, maybe this isn't. I don't think this is actually an acid. But yeah, once you get sulfuric acid, it is an acid. You can see on the tooltip there, it says acidic, handle with care. So you have to use a stainless steel drum. I mean, that'll pretty much be the only drum that you have available at that point that will be able to hold that kind of acid. Further along, you'll get, I don't know, these are from like other mods, but like, actually you can use F-Rain, but that's also from another mod. But like, if you were just doing it within the mod itself, I think the only other drum would be tungsten. Yeah, tungsten can handle acids, adamantium, and yeah, just adamantium, I guess. So tungsten would be the only other one, and that has like a huge capacity. It's 256 buckets, but yeah, stainless steel is pretty much the only like cheap one, I would say, and you know, cheap in quotation marks because it's not that cheap, but yeah, you're not going to be storing a huge amount of acids probably. I would say you just need the one drum for the sulfuric acid, one for hydrochloric acid, and the rest you can just kind of like pipe around. You don't need to keep large amounts of it for the most part. I think there might be some acid that you get as like a byproduct from aluminum, but yeah, it's not a big concern most of the time. Let me fuel this up, remove the ashes. I can just actually stick the ashes into one of these things. Yeah. You love to see it. It's a very well-oiled machine here. There's no oil though. This is going to be taking a while. Oh yeah, and the arsenic as well is useful for soldering alloy, I think. Why is it saying it's only used for that? Hold on. Why does it not give me like the full arsenic? There we go. Hello? Oh, come on. Arsenic. Wait, am I thinking of the wrong thing? I might actually be thinking of the wrong thing. What is arsenic actually used for? You can use it for potions of harming or poison. I was pretty sure it was used for soldering alloy and battery alloy, but I might be thinking of a different element now. I may just be stupid. That is, you know what, more likely than not sometimes. Can I put this through the roaster? No, it has to be a full one, I think. What am I thinking of? Battery alloy. I'm probably being really stupid. Oh, it probably only comes out with the ingot recipe. Oh, antimony. Yep, it's antimony, and I think that's also used for the soldering alloy. Yep. I don't know why I thought it was arsenic. Arsenic is like a poison. That's okay. Yeah, this takes a while if you're just using like an Invar burning box, but you could use a dense Invar burning box, and it would be like 4 times as fast probably. But you know, since I'm not going to be running this all the time, I'm not really that concerned, and probably afterwards I could just take this burning box and throw it onto the boilers because I'm not going to use it for a while after. I'm just kind of trying to get, you know, my materials out of here. Let me make sure this isn't filling up. Oh shit, it kind of is actually. Huh. I mean, this has 64 buckets worth of capacity. How much gets processed in one run from a roaster? Let me how much is coming out? I can let it run, I guess. That's fine. If I have to, I'll make another drum. And actually, I already have another drum. I'll just switch them out if I need to. Because, you know, I'll end up using that anyway. I was just trying to see if I could keep it all together, kind of. But whatever. It's not a huge problem. Let me make some more charcoal pellets just so I can keep the fire burning on this. Get the ashes out. Put them in there. Alright. Yeah, we're getting a lot of wood. 6 stacks out of 1 stack of wood, and I put 2 in there, so not too shabby. Everything is running very smoothly. Yeah, this is just gonna be the longest part, which is fine. How much do you get out of that versus, or coal tight roaster? Get a bucket's worth out of that. Jesus. You get a bucket's worth out of this too? You get more than a bucket's worth out of this. Holy shit. I did not know that. You got so much. Yeah, let me add vanadium pentoxide to my list. I don't think it's super hard to get. I think you just centrifuge or sift maybe? Is it sifting black sand? Mud vanadium, what? That's not right. Bedrock dust, block of bedrock dust. What am I think you can use black sand for that. Am I wrong? Deep slate. No. Sift, deep slate, huh. Maybe I was wrong. Oh, no, I'm not. You centrifuge it, and then you get vanadium pentoxide, so that's fine. You probably only have to centrifuge like 2 pieces, and then you'll have, you know, the one dust, and that because it's a catalyst for that sulfur recipe, you don't actually have to replace it or anything. You'll just have it forever. And actually, I think vanadium is a tier 3 material, if I'm not mistaken. You can make vanadium steel, which is just a higher speed and quality steel. I thought it was by itself usable. Maybe it's not. You know, I guess that's another way to access a tier 3 material. Holy shit, look at that. What is this made out of? Chromium, molybdenum, vanadium, tungsten. Oh, it's because it's made of tungsten, that's why. Yeah, tungsten stuff has a shit ton of durability. Like, once you get to tungsten, you can make all your tools out of it, like drills and stuff. You will be very pleased with that, I think. Yeah, we're filling that up. That's alright. Barrels and drums are made to be filled. Just let that sit for a minute. I'm gonna look at something else really quick. Yeah, that's fine. What can I do while I'm waiting for that? I actually have... I can work on Invar, because I need some Invar still. Oh, you know what? Let me go cut down some trees again. I was almost tempted, actually, to install Steve's carts, just so I could get a really easy tree farm set up. I mean, I say easy, Steve's carts is kind of a pain in the ass, but I just wanted... I like rail automation in any capacity, and Steve's carts is, you know, in that same kind of vein, even though it's a little, I guess, broken in a way. I feel like... I haven't played it in such a long time, I can't remember exactly if I even have a balance problem with it or not at this point. I have to go and look at all the recipes and stuff, but at the same time, I don't want to bloat the pack with shit I already have. And I have Railcraft, and I have, not Railcraft, I mean, I do have Railcraft, but I have Forestry, which already has automated farms, and I have Open Computers, which I will probably end up using when I get to that point for my farms. And so it's like, what? I don't really need Steve's carts at the same time. You know, both of those kind of already fill that niche, so it's alright. I think I can hold off and just cut down willow trees all over the place. There we go. Let me collect all this shit. I should probably just cut them down and then come back up and pick everything up after, because it takes a while for everything to decay. I'm almost tempted to like clear cut all of these spruce trees and just plant willow trees everywhere, but I'm trying to preserve, I guess, some of the natural like forest aesthetic as much as I can. I know it bothers people. I mean, I'm definitely the type of person to kind of like flatten an area and then just build like, you know, boxes on top of it. I'm not a creative type. I'm sure it's very obvious by me playing GregTech 6, but yeah, I'm trying to make an effort this time. You know, I want to leave as much natural aesthetic as I can manage while still being reasonable. I've had to cut down a couple spruce trees. I had to cut one down that was like right here, I think, and there was some shit that was still left up, so I had to go up on scaffolds and clear it. But you know, for the most part, I'm happy to leave most of the trees as they are. And I'll do minimal flattening. I'll try to respect the height of the land as much as I can, you know, unless I actually need like a small flat space. But other than that, I think I can try to do my best on it. And you know, I'll run around and maybe lay down some like sideways logs, kind of like this, and just kind of make it look as nice as I can manage. Where is there a stick here? Oh, there is. I think I have everything from here. Actually, I got more than a stack of willow logs. That's pretty good. It is a substantial amount of charcoal and creosote oil. Gotta love willow trees. These will be what I run my tree farm on when I get to that point, because you know they will be extremely high yield, and you know it'll be much more efficient for my resources. Mostly just for the fertilizer and for the, I guess, dirt, because I think forestry farms convert dirt into sand or something. So you know I don't want to have to go out all the time and get that, even though I know they use it pretty efficiently. It's still nice to save where I can. Is there an item over here? Oh yeah, there is. I'm gonna end up breaking this axe, just cutting down willow trees. But you know what? I'm getting double the output for the durability I put in, so can't complain too much. Let me put my flint and steel here, just for a moment. Alright, and then I will go and pick up this, and I think there's one item sitting somewhere. Where is it? It's a stick. Put this here, put this here. And seeds can go there, and everything else I can use. Yeah, I use that, I use the monkey wrench trick to get this to auto output into this. That way you don't need a hopper. It kind of just saves you on the metal there. Let me get my flint and steel. There we go. There we go, there we go. Put my charcoal in here. Yeah, I'm really excited to get all my boilers set up and like automated in quotation marks that way. Because it'll be really, really convenient. I'll be able to kind of like wrench the pipes open to exactly how much steam I need for each recipe, and I can, you know, I guess overclock steam recipes and stuff, and it'll make it more, I guess, scalable in the long run. Although one thing I might end up doing, depending on how ambitious I feel, is like move this over a couple and then like put another line behind it. That way I can double up on the space efficiency of it. So I can just put another line of boilers and burning boxes. I'll just have to kind of like move the basement over like entirely, I guess. I might end up doing that just with the stairs here actually, and just put the stairs here, and then that way I have a little more space so it feels more open, and then this pillar will make a little more sense. But you know, hopefully the effort I put into just building that little pillar is appreciated. That's like the only aesthetic ambition I have. How are we looking here? Got a decent amount of nickel coming in. I also have nickel that I refined out of what do you call it? Out of copper ore. When you I think either centrifuge or wash copper ore, you get nickel. Copper. I think it's you centrifuge it, but I could be mistaken. Is it crushed copper? You sluice it. Oh no, it's from sluicing. I mean, it might also be from centrifuging. Yeah, you get also from centrifuging. I think you get more actually out of centrifuging than you do out of magnetic separating. So I think I'm going to keep doing it that way, because I prefer getting the extra byproducts than I do out of like just more of copper. Even though copper is used for quite a bit, it's not used for that much where you need so much. Plus it spawns everywhere. There's like, I already have so many copper veins laid out. I think I have enough for getting to the end game if I wanted to do it that way. Just out of one vein even. How are we looking for sulfur dioxide? Not bad. I'll be able to process quite a bit. I forgot, because you get small piles out of this, you actually get more like usable nickel than you do out of the cobalt, so it's not terrible. I don't know how I managed to get one out of this though. What? How does that even make sense? Doesn't this give you 2 every time? Oh no, I think it had a chance to give you 2. Oh yeah, so you have 2 rolls of 80%. That's how you read that. That makes sense. This is tiny pile, so this is like a 1/9. Yeah, there we go. What is that, cobaltite? So that's enough for the wrench, actually. But not enough for the pickaxe. I think I'm going to process more cobalt, yeah. Because I don't want to, have to rely too much. I'll do like, how much do I need? Like 4, 5, I'll do 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then craft that. Perfect. Yeah, it's going to be going for a while, but I think I'll be able to process most of it. I'll put that back in here for now. Actually, I think I have, tiny refined cobalt, but I don't... What happens if I smash that? How much is it worth? No, not that much. That's okay. That is alright. Actually, you know what I'm going to do as well? I'm going to take this lathe, I'll put the centrifuge back, and I will get my... What do you call it? Let me undo this. Put that here. Put that here. That is spinning now. And I will put the centrifuge down. And I will just do like one black sand at a time. And see if I can manage to get the vanadium pentoxide that I need, like, just straight away. Much deep slate. Almost. Not too bad. Actually, can I centrifuge this? Oh. It's better to just do like the one. I think you could just do it individually, but I don't know if it affects the rates at all. Red sand. I think I could use that just to make glass or something. Yeah, it seems equivalent to sand. Come on. Give me how much I need. Don't be greedy. Come on, only give me one. I'm not getting out as many as I had predicted. At least we're getting a good amount of nickel out of this, because I'm going to be using a lot of nickel for stainless steel as well as Invar. I mean, Invar is part of stainless steel, but I guess independently I'll be using them. I can just leave this here, actually. There's no harm in it. I don't think the crusher... Yeah, the crusher won't interact with that. Ah, perfect. Okay, now I can shut these off. I don't need them for a while. Let's see how quickly they turn off. Yeah, it's not too bad. Absolutely love to see it. Let me get some more charcoal going. Wait, what was that? Oh, charcoal chunks. Yeah, I'll prefer the pellets. Cobalt. Let me actually get a cobalt wrench now, and then that will allow me to, if I decide to switch this out. Oh, look at that, a free iron plate. And I see free very sarcastically. What is the melting point of cobalt? 1768. Okay. Actually, can cobalt alloy with stuff? I'm curious. Cobalt brass. What is that? It's worse than cobalt itself. But you get a decent amount out of it. It's mostly brass. What is this? Ultimate? That's actually pretty good. Chromium, molybdenum. Molybdenum is... Oh yeah, that's way outside of what I can even work with at this point. 2180. Although I guess if you have the molybdenum, you don't actually have to melt it because it alloys at that temperature. That's pretty cool. That's a lot of durability as well. Ultimate, HSE, or HSSE. I don't even know what this is. It's like some kind of high strength steel, probably. GT5U. Holy shit. Sharpness 4. GSS. What is this? Oh, this is the stuff that's made out of tungsten, I think. Probably. Alright. Let me throw this in here. And then get my cobalt plates. And then after I get the cobalt plates, I'll probably cut it and then, just get the rest of everything that I need off camera, because it's going to just take a long time to process through that, and I'll have to probably swap the barrels in a second to collect the rest of the sulfur. But yeah, I think I'm going to expand the factory a bit and then get a basic acid chain set up, and then you know, get started on the sulfuric acid and electric tools, which will be really, really nice. That's everything there. So good to have just like raw nickel. I was so sick of using pentlandite and feeling like I'm wasting it all. I could have gotten this a lot earlier, I guess, but it's fine. I'm not gonna lose sleep over it. Alright, yep, I need to switch the barrels here. Or the drums, rather. Well, I can just leave it for now. I would like it to process this cobaltite, though. I don't remember how much this can hold. Probably only 8 or 16. Excellent. Lots of nickel. Yeah, so I'm going to cut it here. But yeah, after I come back, I'll probably have some amount of stuff set up. At the very least, I'll expand the factory. I won't promise too much more than that. But yeah, I'll see you next time.